The coefficient of variation is a statistical measure that provides insight into the relative variability of a dataset. It is a standardized way of measuring the dispersion or spread of a set of data points in relation to their mean or average value. To calculate the coefficient of variation, you need to determine the standard deviation and the mean of the dataset. The standard deviation is a measure of how much the individual data points deviate from the mean. The mean, on the other hand, is the average value of the dataset. Once you have these values, you can calculate the coefficient of variation by dividing the standard deviation by the mean and then multiplying the result by 100 to express it as a percentage. The formula for calculating the coefficient of variation is as follows. Coefficient of variation, standard deviation or mean, 100. The coefficient of variation is particularly useful when comparing the variability of different datasets with different means. By expressing the dispersion as a percentage of the mean, you can easily compare the relative variability of different sets of data. A lower coefficient of variation indicates that the data points in the set have a smaller spread around the mean, suggesting that the data is more consistent and less variable. Conversely, a higher coefficient of variation indicates a greater spread of data points around the mean, suggesting a higher level of variability. The coefficient of variation is commonly used in a variety of fields, such as finance, economics, and healthcare, to assess and compare the variability of different datasets. It allows researchers and analysts to make more informed decisions and draw meaningful conclusions based on the relative variability of the data. In summary, the coefficient of variation is a statistical measure that provides insight into the relative variability of a dataset. It is calculated by dividing the standard deviation by the mean and multiplying the result by 100. By expressing the dispersion as a percentage of the mean, the coefficient of variation allows for easy comparison of the relative variability of different datasets.